Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you today about mess, clutter and overwhelm. I think this is an important topic for ADHDers because there's two things that we have a tendency to create clutter. We buy lots of things, we store lots of things, we collect things. And on the flip side, we are affected by lots of mess, untidiness. When I enter a room, I see everything in the room. My brain goes ting, 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 ting. And when I walk into a messy room, it plays with my mind. I find when I'm tidy and organized that I'm in a much calmer, focused state to then get on with my work, for example. I'm happier. This is something I came to before finding out I have ADHD. I don't think I realized until later in life how this would affect me and how much better my life was when I was in tidy, clean spaces, when I'm organized, when I know where things are. And some people who visit me, they are very impressed at my organization. For example, my drawers in my living room. But I still have this ADHD tendency to get into a mess, get into a clutter. Two areas I'm still battling with are dirty dishes that I tend to pile up after cooking, and I sometimes put it off for hours, and I come into this messy kitchen. And the other one is my wardrobe, which I did super organize about 9 months ago, and then I started to put the odd thing in there. Oh, I'll just put that box. I'll just put that trick. I'll just put that magic prop. And suddenly it's built up to a mess, and then I have a sense of it's a mess in there. No problem. I can add to the mess with another thing. It's just mess anyway. So what's more mess? But I know it's there. And every time I open my wardrobe, because I have clothes in there, I know that mess is there, and it's in my mind, even though I'm not thinking about it, it is in my mind. I really think these things have a big effect on our mental health. I feel so much better when I have a sort out, I organize these things, I know where my stuff is. Some years ago, I went through all my belongings. I used to buy lots of CDs. I once had a sort out and found that I had 3 copies of Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits, and I'm not even a big fan of Fleetwood Mac. It's a ridiculous but common example in my life where I can't remember that I own it and buy another one. For ADHD techs, I'm kind of kneeling on the bed. The video is about this wardrobe, but right now I wanted to get in close. I'm kneeling on the bed. Is that an odd look? My point was, why this is an advice video is because I really have got on top of this clutter in recent years, but it slips now and again. And it slipped recently, and I just wanted to demonstrate with my wardrobe what's going on and how I deal with it, how I hack it. Now, even making this video about my wardrobe, I've been putting off for weeks. I think one of the avoidance of starting a task, a big task, is that you see it as this mountain. Now, I have a couple of hacks I've just played around with to make the mountain seem smaller. It's an easy idea of taking a few steps up the mountain, but not to climb the whole mountain. So first of all, when you get into this state of clutter, what you don't want to do is this. Oh, it's so much clutter. I don't know where to start. I'm going to put it off. I'm not going to do this today, and I will do it another day, and it's going to be a huge task. These are all my magic shirts from my magic shows. So my first tip about dealing with a big clutter is don't even look at it all. Zoom in on a section of the clutter and just sort that. 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Do not even look at the whole thing. I do this with the kitchen now. If I've got loads of pots and pans and I feel that sort of overwhelm about, oh, I've got to do all this washing, I just zoom in and say, right, I'm going to just wash these three forks. Once I get going, I've got the warm water on my hands. I normally just finish without barely thinking about it. And it's similar with this kind of chaos. I'm not going to look at it as a whole. I will just zoom in on one small section. I'm going to start off with my clothes. Don't pull things out one by one. put them back into the mess, take everything out. It's the best way. So as I started this task, I genuinely told myself, I'm just going to do the shirts. I'm just going to sort the clothes. I've taken all these things out and I've looked into the mess of below. I'm on a roll now. I just want to take all this stuff out as well. Some days you genuinely might want to just do a little bit of a task and then move on to something else. But if you just get your teeth into something, then you often find that you want to carry on with it and complete that bigger task. And you know the beauty of ADHD, when you lock in, when you hyper focus, and then you're really rocking into a task. Don't you feel that with ADHD, that sometimes it's a car crash and other times it's like a rocket and you're off just flying? And that's what I love when you get into this momentum and that fire burns under the engine and we really fly as ADHDers. So a lot of this stuff is related to my magic show. By the way, I have another YouTube channel, Richie Rosson. Put a link below. I make my living as a magician and children's entertainer. And I have so many props related to my magic show. And oh my gosh, I have so much nonsense in here. What is all this stuff, you may ask? So my job is working as a magician and children's entertainer. So I use loads of props, tricks, music items, electrical equipment, and I hate things breaking and going wrong, so I often have spares of things in my magic shows. I always try to have 2 of everything when I go to my shows. Almost everything in my show I have spares of, spare cables, spare tricks. There's also things I buy that turn out not to be so good, such as bubble machines. These are all different types of bubble machines that I've purchased in 2025, trying to find what works well. Is something I give out in my magic show. I make an octopus balloon. This is an older one. The body is big like this. I'm actually shrinking this guy because I have a joke in my magic show where I say, I make this beautiful big balloon for one child, and the other volunteer, I say, oh, I have one for you. He's a bit older though. He's 2 years old.
Oh no. I have 1 balloon, but 2 volunteers. Who am I going to give it to? I could give you an older octopus. He's 2 years old.
And I give them a very shrunken one. So this one I'm actually shrinking. He's in here just shriveling up for that one joke in my show.
Here's a surprise for you. Boo! Hey, someone's in here.
The temptation is to pick things up, examine them, put back in the cupboard, and pick up something else. Do not do that. Everything out. As you take them, just take them all out. We want to clear all this stuff out. Not working. Not working. Got a charity shop bag, to sell bag on eBay. Some things might be for the bin or the recycling. Oh, it's a business card of mine that has a picture of me on This Morning with Philip. I had loads of these printed just before that scandal came out about him, and I had to pulp them all. Is this an ADHD thing or a magician's thing or an ADHD magician's thing? I have so many different bags. It's just ridiculous how many bags I have got. Like, you would not believe this is not even half of them. I've got so many different size bags. I recommend ADHDers buy some of this. This is this rubber that you can put on the edge of your bed, edge of hard surfaces, so you don't bash yourself. I think it's designed for toddlers, but I'm always bashing my foot, my shin, my elbow, my shoulder on things. Do you get this and get bruises? And then you do the ADHD walk. Okay, I'm about an hour into this sort out. I wasn't really thinking I'm going to be doing for an hour. Just start something. Just pick out a bit to do don't plan to do an hour, to do 2 hours, to do 4 hours, because it just seemed like such a big thing to start. But you may find once you get your teeth into it that you will just go, and you might do an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours. Have you done that before, where you get into a task and you just go crazy and maybe you just cannot stop? Sometimes it might make you late for something, or because you're just locked into that task. That's that ADHD hyperfocus. That is the superpower of ADHD, and that is what I'm trying to really tap into. I find as an ADHDer that, you know, those days when I do hyperfocus, when I do lock in, I just rock it, and it frustrates me that more of my life has not been like that, because there've been so many wasted days and weeks and months and years when I haven't done that. And I think there are ADHDers out there that are just flying through their work and what they get done. And I don't think these people even get diagnosed with ADHD because they're flying. Their life doesn't have these sort of problems. They're probably overthinking and some other stuff going on, but they've locked in like every day, every week, and they're just flying through life. But I'm about an hour in. I am loving this sort out. Can you see how happy I am? Is this a neurodivergent thing to feel this much pleasure and satisfaction through sorting things out? Honestly, I think if you're feeling down, clean, sort out, organize. Bag of wigs. Who doesn't have a big bag of wigs? You need to subscribe. Megan subscribed. Why don't you? So I've cleared everything out of the wardrobe. I'm actually going to change my opinion on this. I think it was a bad idea to clear the entire wardrobe, because as I was clearing it out, I was sorting through stuff, deciding what to throw away, what to recycle, charity shop to sell, which was great, but that all took time. The other stuff went in the hallway, had a lot of bags, boxes. This whole thing took way longer than I thought it was going to. It was a bigger task than I thought it was. Didn't have time to do it all in one day, so I said the next day I woke up, I saw all this clutter everywhere. Then a random thing popped up. I got a date with this lady from a dating site. Thought that was going to be a quick coffee, but it turned into 5-6 hours. Got home to a mess, clutter. Woke up the next day, all this clutter really threw me off, sent me into a downer, overwhelm. My day today got really thrown off because I thought I had this big task to do and I just couldn't bear the thought of starting it. So I think going back for a bigger clear out, such as a big wardrobe like this, a whole room of stuff, forget this idea of clear everything out of there. Clear a section of it, I think. So with this wardrobe, I should have cleared the top of it. Would have been good. Clear everything, sort everything, put it back, then do another section, because then I wouldn't end up with this other stuff everywhere, which I think that's the worst thing to do as an ADHDer, and you create all this clutter elsewhere. I think the ADHD brain sees everything. So when you walk through a corridor that has 14 bags, 3 boxes in it, your brain goes ping, 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 box, bag, books, blah, blah, blah. So speaking of dating, should I do a video about dating, ADHD and dating? I have a lot of thoughts on this. Comment below. Guys, I'm going to try and do about 2 videos a week. If you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. And if you give it a thumbs up and make a comment, it helps the channel a lot. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye. Did not want to click that close. Genuinely, I was terrified of getting locked in that wardrobe. It'd be okay if this was a live stream, but it isn't, and I live alone.